Okay, where were we? Ah, yes. The princess thought briefly about just making a break for it and never returning, but last time she did that, the king's men were abruptly upon her. Freedom was all that her heart truly wanted, but she was born into a life which afforded her no such opportunity. The princess dreamed of just disappearing and traveling the world in search of great adventure. Though she loved her people, Natalie found her royal duties to be quite the bore. Show up here and be pretty, show up there and have dinner, mingle with these people, mingle with those people. Ugh, it was all so repetitive and pointless. The princess longed for a life of meaning and purpose, a life like those she had read about in the royal library. She wanted desperately to be somebody who mattered, somebody who actually made a difference in the world. As Natalie made her way across the drawbridge and into the castle, her lady in waiting rushed to her side. My lady, your father has requested your immediate presence. He awaits you in his study. Thank you, Judy, the princess responded as she dismounted her steed. Please take Lucky for his breakfast. Yes, my lady. As Natalie walked toward her father's study, she could already hear him tearing into some poor soul. Next time I shall have you beheaded. Now get out of my sight, he bellowed as she approached the door. As she entered the study, an older man was making a quick exit. He took his eyes from the ground to acknowledge her with a bow. My lady? Hello, Winston, she replied as he hurried past her. The king was already into his third glass of wine, though the dawn had just recently broke. Off to one side of his desk was a vast meal that probably would have fed at least half a dozen. My daughter, come in, come in. Have a seat before your father, the king requested as he then gestured to the other men in the room. Begone. The princess took a seat upon one of the plush chairs adjacent to her father's desk. Father, why did you just treat Winston with such a brass tone? The king's people must fear him like a god. Any sign of weakness and they shall turn against him, the king replied. But why Winston? He's one of the nicest old men I've ever met. Do not question me, my child, he snapped. It is not of your concern. The king had never been able to lead by making people love him, as his personality and actions were most often not the kind in which he would love. He struggled socially and masked his insecurities with a constant stream of wine. We have received another request, the king stated. King John is sending his son to make your acquaintance. We have got word that Prince Bartholomew shall arrive shortly after dawn tomorrow. Father, I have told you on many occasions that I am not something to be used to further your political agendas. Who I marry shall be on my terms. You shall do as I say, Natalie, and I expect you to be on your best behavior. Besides, I have heard the prince is quite a catch, the king responded. Now it's choice time. Do you want to respond to your father with, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it? Or do you want to respond, you'll have to catch me when I hurl myself out of the highest tower toward my death, which is what I shall surely do if you force me into marriage against my will. Gotta make a choice, Natalie. Okay, I love you.